And alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the Self-Developed YouTube channel, your daily dose of news with red pill degeneracy. Soon I'm going to be branching out to the political sphere, if you want to call it, manosphere, political sphere, because guys, there's just a lot going on right now. I do believe we're in the end times, and I don't say that to scare any of you guys, it's just, you know, in the end times, kind of think of it like Avengers Endgame. In the very end of the movie, guys, everything gets super crazy, right? With any movie, it doesn't have to be Avengers. All the bad guys are all fighting each other, or think of Lord of the Rings. Everyone's like turning on each other, and this person's against this thing, and this rule's coming out, and that's exactly what it is right now. So there's so much to document, and that's why I think I feel called to just giving my take, a biblically based, as based as I can take, perspective to hopefully give you guys some context, and just a way to see things maybe from a different perspective that you shared but didn't know how to phrase it or word it yourself. So with that said, guys, in today's video we are going to be reacting. There was a podcast that came out with Fresh and Fit and Melina, I believe that's her name, and I'm gonna give a very unbiased take on this, guys. I did skim through this a couple days ago, but I want to let you guys know what I think. Hopefully this can help, so let's begin.
I don't think that the advice that you guys are giving is, or some advice is good. Some advice, like getting your shit together, like getting a job, working hard, working out, those things are great. But when it comes to relationship advice, I don't agree.
Okay, what do you disagree with specifically?
What I disagree with specifically, I don't think that trying to build up men by very, very shallow things, like getting money or having that car or having this sort of image.
But you just said a second ago that building yourself up is good.
Yeah, it is for yourself, but not for just attracting other people out there.
Yeah, so I 100% agree with her, guys. I think the reason I'm reacting to this is because when I saw this podcast a couple days ago, everyone was just roasting the girl, and I felt bad for her. I think this is Destiny's wife, and she was bringing some decent points, and it just seems like the whole crowd, if you watch them, you'll see later on, they're all just like parrots, all like puppeteering each other, like just this degenerate conglomerate of just like red pill creators, and they were all crapping on her, and she had some good points. So where I disagree with the red pill, and I'm sure you guys know this, if you build this more superficial value, right, through just money, status, and really these kind of like self-worshipping activities, the women you attract, like it's gonna be no surprise, they're gonna be shallow, they're gonna want you just for those things that you've built. Where what she's saying, and you'll see this further in the podcast, is the value we need to build has to be more internal. So is it good to have money, wealth, status? Yes, I believe that will naturally be an extension of the value you build within, but when we follow Christ, guys, we know that the real value is much more internal. Matthew 6:33, first seek the kingdom of God and let all of these things be added to you.
Because in that case, if let's say that you lose all those things,
yep,
there's just no way that your partner in that case is going to stay with you.
Fact.
She should be with you for you,
yep,
and your interest. And
Melina, if you're married to Destiny, shout out to Destiny. If Destiny was broke and 300 pounds, would you be in love with him and married with him?
I would be in love with him, yes.
Bullshit.
I mean, you could say that,
Stop.
But I mean, I'm being honest. No, I'm fully honest with you.
I'm not saying
yes,
that if he lost his money now and something happened to him now, you'd stick by your man. Respect, right?
Yes, yeah, because I love him for the things that's not the shallow things. And that's what I think you guys should. I think you guys should try to build up people in that way. Yeah?
If you met Destiny and he was 300 pounds and he had 0 subscribers on YouTube and he's like, I'm going to be a gamer, you would have not given him a second chance.
Of course I would. Because there are
Does anybody believe her at this point?
there are things. I like
Look at
him
that.
for
Look at
his
the degenerate red pill
I like
crowd.
him for
Man.
the way he is, his humor.
Bunch of
I like him
losers.
for his
Sorry,
intelligence.
but
That's the things that I love him for.
So does intelligence pay the bills? Intelligence and his heart?
Because it's you, it's the
But
personality.
that's
it's
what
not
pays
your
the bills.
It's not your money.
So if you're homeless and you have...
So there's the thing, guys, and I'm gonna let it play in a second, but like, you can just see the contrast between, you know, everything has to be superficial, it's just money, don't worry about traits, intelligence, nothing like that, because this is what pays the bills, this is how you attract them. And then Melina's kind of on the other argument, which is much more internal. If I were to choose one personally, you guys can call me a white knight or a beta cuck or whatever you want, I would much rather choose the internal, because at least I can control that, and I know that I'm doing that for myself in Christ, right? Because a lot of times when you follow Christ, you actually lose a lot of things externally, at least initially. So you want to really be careful with the people you attract, because a lot of people will leave you because you don't have these things. So just stay away from this red pill crap that it's all superficiality.
No car and no house, nothing to feed the kids. I don't know if you have any.
Why do you want to go to like the most extreme examples?
Right?
Because
Go to
I'm
extremes.
telling you,
That's what they do. When you have a very poor argument, you go to
for like
extremes.
what I'm attracted to. I'm not attracted to people that have cars and money. That's not what I'm attracted to. Because people like you who are only attracted to those things, you would ditch your guy right away.
My guy
Of
makes
course you
less
would.
than me,
But
way less
why
than
in that
me.
case? Yeah, but why the fuck are you arguing and saying that I would leave it? That because if you're the same as
Women
me.
look for men that have resources that can be present,
But clearly
provide,
you don't.
protect.
You just told me that you're not, right?
I know, darling.
That makes sense, right? Red pill logic. The woman's saying, like, we look for men with resources, but, like, she's with a guy who has less resources than her. Right? So, guys, what I'm trying to say with this is, like, don't just hang up your skates and, like, pretend that the red pill is your Bible, right? Okay, you know, these women who look really pretty, they're saying they want this, and Myron and these red pill YouTubers, they're saying do this. But if you break it down, guys, the fruits of their labor, it's rotten. It doesn't actually work. Yes, on paper, guys, when you have money, you have these superficial things that are shiny, they're going to attract certain individuals. But who's to say you're going to want these individuals to begin with, right? Where's that going to take you? It's going to take you down a degenerate, sinful path where you're just fornicating. She's probably going to cheat on you or vice versa, or spin more plates. You're just moving towards sin at the end of the day. So this is why I wanted to make this podcast. I side with Melina, I believe that's her name. Now, of course, guys, I'm not saying just be a virtuous guy, don't take care of your health, be some fat, overweight, broke guy. No, but if you're a man of God, you wouldn't allow that to happen anyways, because by following Christ, we are commanded to be providers, to protect, to have resources for our family, right? So, it's just sad, the state of red pill. Like, everyone in here is, like, super low IQ. They're all just these, like, hyenas, like, oh, you know, she said this one thing, she's so stupid. It's just, like, I feel empathetic towards her. Like, I kind of wish I was on that panel, too, at least so you can have more, you know, just in between, guys. We can't think black and white, and that's what red pill a lot of times does.
Yo, so you're gonna tell me how I feel?
Okay, I understand where you're coming from. You're saying like the cars and the money, whatever. Cool, that might not be as attractive to you, but it's important, right, for the guy to have it.
To have stability and like your confidence within you. Yes, I do agree with those.
The thing that women never want to admit is that, and I've said this a million times, you know, all girls are gold diggers. Some are just better at hiding the shovel. Yep. And what I mean by that, right, is you got the girl that says, I want ambition, or I want drive, blah, 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 which is code term for the ability to procure resources for a later time for me. Or there's some girls that are overt about it. I got a big shovel, I need a guy that's a millionaire, etc., because I make money, or I deserve it. So yes, you can sit here and say, I like him for him, but the thing is this, women typically just end at 10, but they don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The man has to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because he's not going to get to 10 and even be seen unless he has certain prerequisites.
So yes, women, I don't know if you want to use the word gold diggers, but yes, women inherently will look for men who are able to acquire resource, because that's what we are commanded to do as men. I mean, the first curse that man got when Eve bit the apple, God said to Eve, you know, you have to submit to your man, listen to your man, and bear children. And the curse that man got is we now have to work from the sweat of our brow to the day we die. Men are workers. This is common sense. So whether you want to call it, you know, she's a gold digger, I mean, I wouldn't say so. Yes, they're looking for a level of resource, and that's evident, guys. But it comes down into the specificalities. I don't know if that's a word, but there are certain levels, guys, of financial resource that, yes, all women and men, we are going to require to live, to have food on the table, to, you know, maybe go to education, or, I don't know, get groceries, live a good life. Right? But anything above that, guys, and there have been studies done on people's happiness level, right? And once someone's basic needs are met, and I can speak from experience because I've had quite a bit of money at times, I've been dead broke, I've been in between. As long as I have enough to live a decent life, right? I'm not talking about traveling here, buying these watches, or doing things like this. As long as you have a base level of money to survive, your happiness level really doesn't change too much. Yes, it may spike a little bit through dopamine, but I believe this is what women are looking for. And if your woman is merely looking at the spike, you could say, right? Oh, but you have to buy me all these expensive purses and, I don't know, take me on all these trips all the time. That's not the woman you want in the first place. You guys understand where I'm going with this? You know this. This is common sense. This is not hard to understand. It's just red pill all the time. They think in these extremes. Do you understand?
Only women are loved under the condition that they provide no value. Men must provide value.
But the value's contextual, right? Is she going to provide value as far as a man provides value? No, that's not what men are looking for, because we can do it ourselves. But when we look at women towards femininity, right? Her ability to nurture, to be warmth, to support her man, right? To bear children, to take care of the home, right? They're very, again, you're comparing apples to like zucchinis. They're not in the same field, right?
That's just how it is.
I think that's how it is in Miami, yes. And like cities like this.
Okay.
It's not just in Miami.
Here's the thing. Okay, you know what?
I
Let's go with that.
probably lived in more countries and cities than most of you guys. So
Miami?
I have a lot of,
So here in Miami, it's celebrated to have a big shovel and be overt about it. Okay? Maybe I go to Nebraska, whatever, and they have smaller shovels, but it does not change the fact that women still
I don't
want a
think
man
that's true.
that can provide resources.
People are dating within their area, job.
Okay, how about this?
School.
I've lived all
Ladies,
over the world. and
ladies,
it's the
real
same
quick.
Shit everywhere.
How important is it for your man to actually not only just be financially stable, to be successful and have money? Go ahead.
For me, it's
Do
important.
not go on a
for sure.
diatribe. Just give the answer, please.
It's
How
important,
important?
but how you say is not the only thing that attracts to me.
Okay.
You know.
So,
But the key here
Yeah.
is that they're not even going to give him a chance. There's plenty of smart, cool homeless guys out there.
See,
No,
again,
there isn't.
again, guys, it's with the extremes. Like, what is this? You know you have a very poor argument, and I'm going to wrap it up here soon. In life, guys, you know you have a poor argument when you need to revert to the extremes, right? Nowhere are they talking about the average guy who, let's say, you know, they're making $50,000, $60,000 a year, but they're virtuous. They're a God-fearing man. They're fit. They take care of their health. They are willing to support their woman. They're base. They're not a simp. I'm not telling you guys to be some like white knight beta simp, anything like that. No. But they know their value. Right? Why are we talking about that? It's always the homeless guy, right? Or it's the multimillionaire. You know, what women are looking for at the end of the day, guys, is a man on mission, right? Yes. Does he need money to support her? Of course, guys, that's a given. That doesn't take much thought. But do you need to be buying all these expensive dinners and taking her out on private jet rides all the time and things like this? If you want to and you have the resource in the future, go ahead. But if that's the reason she's sticking with you, which is what the red pill is you know, endorsing, oh, but she won't even give you a chance, then good. This is not the woman you want. This is not a God-fearing woman. I bet she's not reading the Bible. She probably has a very high body count. Stay away from this. This is the whole point of this video, guys. Even if you listen to this red pill advice, right, which is for low IQ men, let's say you listen to it and you're like, okay, I got to get all this money. I got to do all these things for the woman. I mean, first off, you're losing your masculinity because you're now essentially bending backwards for her, but that's a different topic. Even if you acquire these things, the women you will attract 9.9 out of 10 times are going to be low quality women, even though they're pretty on paper. They can, I don't know, do these sexual moves, or I don't know, twerk on a table, or drink bottles all day long, or all these IG things. It looks cool. This is not the mother of your child, and you know it. So to me, it's a lose-lose. I would much rather build the kingdom within. Yes, be seen like a loser, right? Christ was seen as a loser, but you're virtuous. You know your frame. You have that masculine essence. You're willing to work. You're ambitious, right? Working from the sweat of our brow. It's all there biblically, guys. Nothing is new under the sun. And then God creates you your Eve, your helpmate, right? Who is with you for your character. Yes, your financial ability as well. But that doesn't mean, guys, you need to be a top multi-millionaire. Can you? Yes, you can. But just please ditch this idea that, like, you have to have X amount of money to attract a certain type of girl, where I would argue the higher the money gets, because if money's your god, the lower the type of woman you will attract. So it's kind of a lose-lose. You like worked so hard to get this money, which you didn't even want. You did it for her, and she's not even a good girl. You know, so anyways, let it play for a little bit and I'll finish it there.
So it's
No
like
homeless, but
like,
not have to be rich like you. Can be a normal guy.
okay.
you'll date a normal guy?
Yeah.
Miss Entrepreneur?
Yeah.
5'8".
Yeah,
50,
he's a normal guy.
37 to 50K
He's
per
not
year.
rich like you.
How
and
about
I can
this?
date him.
Would any of you ladies?
Wait, so you'll date a guy that makes less money than you?
Say it again?
You'll date a guy that makes less money than you and has lower status than you?
We are the same.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Would any of you ladies date a guy who makes significantly less than you?
No.
Again, here with the
would.
extreme,
No.
significantly
You would not?
less.
No.
You see what they're trying to do? They're trying to egg on the women, always, guys. And like, to begin with, the majority of these women, you're in Miami. You already know what they're gonna say. Guys, it's a stunt. They're doing this for reactions, for emotion. I just want you guys to wake up.
Would you?
As long as he can protect and provide, and I can support him, then the money doesn't matter as much. However, with that, typically to protect and provide, you need to make a certain amount.
Okay.
Correct.
Janelle, would you?
That's common
I
sense.
have, like I said, but he was 6'8" with a huge dick, and so there's an exception.
All right.
I mean,
Alright guys, so I'm going to finish it here because it's just getting more and more degenerate. The moral of the story, guys, is live your life for you as a man. The second you start bending and adhering towards a woman, right, taking all this dating advice, you're actually becoming a woman. You're hopping out of your masculine frame and you're moving into a feminine frame. The feminine frame adapts and changes towards the man. Not because women are, worse than men, no, but femininity is malleable. Masculinity is very rigid. It builds like a tower. So if you genuinely want to become a multimillionaire and have all these cars, just for you, which I think is absolute BS, but let's just say you do, then go for it. But please don't just think that that is good enough. As men, we have to know the word. We have to be based internally. And this is the biggest problem I have with Red Pill. Never will you hear Myron or these guys talk about these traits internally. It's just superficiality, get more jacked, get more money, get more bitches. And, I mean, you can see the fruits of the labor. If those are the women on the panel that you want to be the mother of your child you want to marry, then hey, buddy, you go all in. Stop watching this channel. But I think you're leading yourself down a very dark rabbit hole, as Myron and them are as well. They're just not aware of it yet. Anyways, guys, that is it. I'm going to finish this video here. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what videos you guys want to see below. Again, I'm trying to keep this more red pill degeneracy as of now to attack that. I do plan on getting a bit more political with, like, just what's happening in the world, because I'm a smart guy. I know a lot, and I don't want to just keep it pigeonholed into one thing. But I'm trying to establish myself with this first. I'll finish it here, guys, with the final plugs. If you guys want to work with me on a personal level at truly building the kingdom within, yes, still improving things like your fitness, business, mindset, and relationships, but doing so while being biblically based, there is always one-on-one coaching, guys. I would love to have you. Book yourself a spot below. And the step down, guys, is group coaching, which is the workshop. 4 1-hour calls with myself over the entire month in our private Facebook group. The group coaching is a bit cheaper than one-on-one coaching, but both options are there. Thank you, guys. You can support Edge. Coupon code DEVELOPED. Yes, I changed the code. Yes, we're in a tank top, which I never wear because I try to be humble and meek, but I just put this on this morning and I didn't change. So thank you, guys. Have an amazing day. Stay away from Red Pill and follow Christ. Till then, much love. Peace.